Om. Om Sato Ma Sat Gamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotir Gamaya Rijoy Ma Amritam Gamaya Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bringing your hands to breath, offering your practice today to this intention. Lead us from the untruth to the truth. Lead us from the dark to the light. Lead us from death to immortality. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Hello everybody and welcome. It's usually one of my most busiest times of the year. It's one of the classes that gets booked up so quickly, the detox meditation and workshop. And every year I think, oh God, I'm not going to put it on again, It's like, but then I think about it, and every year I have a new approach to looking at it. So this year, my approach to it is that if we're talking about detoxing the body, then we have to think about what nourishes us or what consumes us. So when we think about what is nourishing us, so when we think about what nourishes us, it's like what feeds us, what makes us grow. And then we can also then get consumed by something. So something almost overtakes us. It absorbs us into it. So when I looked even deeper at these words and thought, well, something that nourishes me, something that feeds me, could be in a good way or a bad way as well, couldn't it? So I then thought about, well, how do we spend our time? What do I take in? Such as, what do I eat? What do I drink? What do I watch? What do I listen to? How does that feed me? Because again, it's not just food, because I'm feeding my brain. Yeah. So again, it comes down to the same two questions. What is nourishing me and what is consuming me? So these are the questions that I wanted you to write down for yourself today. Yeah. And you can then answer them later. What are you putting inside you? What are you feeding yourself? Then I thought about how another part of detoxing is a massive part, and I usually speak about this quite a lot, is how do I communicate? How am I communicating with others in thought, word, and deed? Because then again, if I'm communicating with you on an aggressive way, that's feeding me again. It's nourishing me, my thoughts, my words, my actions. I could also get consumed by that anger. We were talking about this earlier, me and Rachel in the car journey. She loves our little car journeys. We get to chat before class and after class. So it's that way as well. It's like, well, have you ever seen a person consumed by anger? Is anybody? Yeah. Have you ever seen somebody filled with bitterness? Yeah. And resentment? Yeah. Have you seen the way it completely takes over them? So when we think about starting the year, and we're gonna make these intentions to ourselves, new habits. It takes 66 days for something to become a regular part of your life. You know, and when we talk about these New Year's resolutions, how long do they last? So what we have to think about then is, if I could make my new habit little bite size. So again, it's about the way you word it. So instead of I'm going to stop drinking, I'm never going to take a drink again. Let's be honest, if that's your thing, is that truth? Yeah. So what about I'm going to cut back? You know, every time I go out to a restaurant, I'm going to have a glass of wine and a glass of water. And that way you're already reducing what you're doing. So it's about that. It's about the way you approach things. Does that make sense? If you're talking about detoxing and making a new habit. So if you look on your handout at the second part that I gave you, can you see this? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay. So on the second part that I gave you, these are part of the 8 limbs of yoga. Yeah? And this is the second part, which is niyama. Again, we can talk about these for hours, so I can answer questions. But what they are doing is they are giving you the idea and the guidance of how to make healthier choices already in your life. So one of them is cleanliness. So you're talking about how you clean yourself, not about how you shower, but how you clean yourself internally and also physically. Yeah. Then one of the other words it says there is tapas. And we're going to look at this today. So already, do you feel quite warm? So we're going to create heat within your physical body, a lot of heat in your physical body, to mold you. You heat up gold to create this mold, and then you can prise it in a direction that you want to go to. So when we want to cleanse the system, one of the ways of cleansing the system is by wringing it out. Make sense? Yeah? So we're going to twist you in all directions to wring you out like a dirty dishcloth, to create clean energy through the body. Through the art of cleansing the mind from thoughts that you're holding on to, the art of letting go. I breathe in, let, and I breathe out, go. Through the art of repetition, repeating mantra like we just done, all helps to clean the mind. And then from there, you can colour your life in any way that you want to. So if you're going towards darkness, and you can see that once you start to connect yourself, if you're going towards them rocks, you're going towards the rocks of darkness, your choice to steer them away. Your choice, nobody else's. And that is how you can guide your ship in the direction that it wants to do. So life will throw obstacles at you. That's life. But it's your choice how you handle that. So if you're hanging on to this feeling that's no longer serving you, why me? Why is it always me? Me. If you're hanging on to that and you said, right, I'm going to clear that out, you're going to have to learn to let it go. Life will throw you these obstacles, whatever it is. But it's how you handle that and what you decide to move on and let go of.